Okay, who here hasn't been to space?
Why?
You better not throw up on my ship.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
And the last topic that we're going to move to is just Ryan Coogler discussing his future with Marvel Studios. He was talking about BP3. There's also obviously something else we've talked about and we all know about, the multiple spin-off projects for Wakanda Forever, or for the Black Panther franchise within the MCU and what those are going to possibly look like. So we're going to talk about that. And the first thing we're going to get into, though, is going to be the advanced ticket sales here. The advanced ticket sales for Wakanda Forever. And when I show these things, I'm not showing these things again because I want the film to fail. That's not what I want. No. What I'm showing you is just the effects of not having the franchise's main character. Yes. Because this was not an issue. Now granted, there was not a film like Multiverse of Madness that came out that was, that the first Black Panther film wasn't coming off of a Multiverse of Madness type film. But at the end of the day, even if it would have been coming off the heels of a Multiverse of Madness type film, the vibe, the feel, as I've said so many times, around BP1 compared to BP2, vastly different.
Not even close.
Vastly different. You got people saying, I ain't going to watch this. You got more, it seems like more and more people every day saying, I don't know. And not only that, shout out to Cornelius, because Cornelius is one of our day one subscribers. Appreciate him being here. And appreciate everybody else being here too. Smash that like button. Yes. If you're new here, subscribe and everything like that. But Cornelius sent me this morning the mid-credit scene. So I have now seen the mid-credit scene.
Oh, have you?
And I'm going to be, as I'm going to come in Friday and be honest, I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. If I didn't have this YouTube channel and I didn't already buy a ticket, I could wait before. I don't even know if I'd watch it on the 40 because I'm good, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so good. I am so good, and this not just so good, but it's also like knowing that we've been talking. It's different. You can say, I've been talking about this for months because we have been talking about the plot leak for months. Yeah. This is something we've known about little TJ for months. We didn't know if he was going to be called T'Challa Jr., but hey, that's what they went with. But we've known about the bastard child for months. Yeah. But reading it and seeing it, two different things. Yeah. When I saw it, that just solidified it for me. Yeah. And I was like, It wasn't what they for the average fan, the average viewer, the viewer that's coming in here not knowing shit about Recast or knowing the significance of this character. That I'm sure to you was a very touching mid-credit scene. And again, that's what Marvel wants. Yeah. They want it to be that. They want to say, thank you. Oh God. Okay, we did good. Well, we send them off good, and then we Marvel wants that praise.
I loved it yesterday when you said they were looking for a pat on the back.
They want a pat on the back.
Absolutely nailed it. That's what this all is about.
That's all it's about. It's they want to make sure that the public knows that they're still grieving and we want our pat on the back as we send off our colleague and friend and beloved brother and all that shit. But again, 20% behind Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. Why? Because the franchise's main character. I've seen some people saying it's fine. We've still got all these other great actors in here, and I agree. As I've said before, Angela Bassett. I adore Angela Bassett. I know what she's about to bring to this film, and I'm not knocking off any of the other. It's never been about that. It's not even about that. But I'm gonna compare it to this too. The Jackson 5. When Mike split, wasn't nobody going to watch the Jackson 5?
That's a good.
Only time his brothers were relevant was when they did an anniversary special with him, and that was once.
Correct. Yeah.
That was once.
Yeah.
Why? Because you took the main guy, the lead guy, the guy that everybody cared about, the dude that when he pops out on stage, don't even got to say shit. Motherfucker's passing out.
Yeah.
You took him when he left.
Yep.
Everybody left with him.
There's a reason they re-released the Black Panther toys from the first movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're taking the main guy, T'Challa, off the screen.
Yep.
And by doing that, you are now, for those that don't really know the story, for those of us that do know the story are like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But for those that don't really know the story, look at the reviews that we were reading. Mm-hmm. And if you think, it was at an 88% when we read yesterday, I believe it's at like an 83 now.
Yeah.
And didn't I say yesterday it's going to continue to drop? Yeah. And I also said it's really going to, as I said, it's going to be divided. When everybody sees, when the general audience gets to see this after the opening weekend, you're going to have your people that are going to say, like Matt Ramos said, something just didn't sit right. Mm-hmm. Where's though? Even the people that don't know shit about Recast are going to come out saying, I'm not saying everybody, some people are going to come out saying, they needed T'Challa.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be some people saying, man, Marvel just, God, they did so good. Mm-hmm. It's so good. It's Chadwick's. Those people are wrong.
Yeah.
And the people that are coming out saying and again, it's not because I'm trying to push my agenda. I don't have an agenda. It's not that. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is you just need the franchise's main character. How are you doing things without the franchise main character? So that's what we're seeing here with this 20%.
Oh, yeah.
Black, because that feel from the first one, it's just not there.
The feel from Multiverse of Madness isn't there. Like there's just not the same buzz that there typically is, and I'll tell you why. Typically, moving in, what controversy? Marvel hasn't had any Ezra Millers. What controversy do they typically have going into a movie release? What debate on whether or not people are going is there ever had? There's not. This is new territory. Mm-hmm. They decided within minutes to go this direction, and then this is how things are unraveling for them. This is how it's not going to tank. It's a Marvel movie. It's going to do okay, but it's not. They think it's going to do anywhere near or have anywhere near the impact of that first movie. They're smoking crack.
Oh, What'd you say yesterday? Nate Moore's on.
He takes his Ambience.
Well, I'm telling you, they're all. There's no way, bruh, because I've seen some people saying, well, Multiverse of Madness had so much more to offer. How quickly we fucking forget. This film, the first BP, made $1 billion. Multiverse of Madness made $1 billion.
No.
This film made $1 billion.
Yeah.
So you can throw in all the Flash in this with your Professor X's and all that, but we're talking about the King here. We're talking about T'Challa here. You're talking about people that were waiting, like I said, it's since the height of the Civil Rights Movement to see this character on screen. 50 plus years to see this character on screen. Mm-hmm. That's what you're talking about here. That's because, again, this is the MCU people, the regular people, the people that were introduced to BP in 2018 saying these things. They don't know how deep rooted the character is, period. Yep. You see it at face value. You see it at the MCU. Baby, we're not talking about the MCU. No. We're talking further than the MCU. Yeah. We're talking about what this character means culturally, what this character means just to everyone in general. Mm-hmm. Anyone that watches this, even to you MCU fans, when you watch the character, what happened? You fell in love with him. Yes. Now, you want to fall in love harder? Go really learn about the character. To the source material. You thought you loved that. Go really learn about the character. Mm-hmm. So, nah, bro, you gotta switch it up. Like,
it was his very creation in and of itself was a statement by Marvel. They made a statement. They made. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I guarantee you that when they put out that issue of Fantastic Four, I guarantee you, I don't have to look it up. They got backlash for that.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know that they got backlash.
Even the panels of him kicking the fucking KKK's ass. I'm sure they got backlash for it.
Yeah, those are the we have people right now being like, I don't think I'm gonna go see this movie. The first movie, the only people who were saying that was the KKK. They were like, they were posting, don't go see this movie.
Yeah, everybody was ready for this one. Everyone, bro. I don't even know how many times I saw it in theaters, bro. Yeah. I saw it so many times. Like I was so amped for this. They did such a good job on it. Like I was amped for it. I really was. Yeah. Like I rewatched that first one often. So that's what I'm saying.
Instance, so like my fiance, during the pandemic, I had never seen any of the Harry Potters, and we worked in restaurants at the time, so we had to be at home, so we ran out of shit to watch. Right. So she made me watch all the Harry Potters, and I was like, "You're gonna watch all the Marvels," because she had only of the MCU, she had only seen Spider-Man because she liked Spider-Man, and she saw Black Panther. you know, because of what a big deal it was. So, like, she was like, oh, I've seen Black Panther. Like, I remember that was one of the first movies we watched just, like, on her couch, like, when we started dating. Like, it's the impact. Like, she was not a superhero person.
And those wondering, Kellen's fiance is black. She's,
yes. So she, like, talking to her, and honestly, I've never been a piece of shit racist, but, you know, I've always been, had the views that I have, like, but I'll just say in the last 4 years being with her, I've learned so much. I've learned so much. Like, you don't know what you don't know, and that is so true. And the amount of things that I would have never crossed my mind, I never would have thought were a problem, or even just the things that, like, she has to go through with her hair that I would not have ever guessed. Or, like, certain things that she would do, and I'd be like, why don't you do this? And she's like, because it would fuck up my hair. Like, you know, just so many things that I've learned that now, like, I'm aware of. But it was, like, it was just not even within my realm. But, no, like, she talked about the impact of that movie on her. And, like, on her friends and on her family. Like, I was at a family barbecue, and I got them on the Recast chain because they were talking about, like, oh, well, you know, didn't Zuri play to take over the mantle? And I was like, son, man. Anyway, I broke it down for her. But, like, all the people in her family and her godmother and everybody, like, I guarantee if I brought up Doctor Strange, they'd be like, who the fuck are you talking about? But they knew who Black Panther was, and that's what that was. But that, you know, we're ending that legacy because that's the best way to honor.
And while that's what I'm saying, it's weird, it's morbid. And while ending that legacy, we're talking about developing multiple Black Panther spinoffs. Now, we knew about this already, bro. We knew about the Okoye series. Now, I'm not now, listen here. I still want an Okoye series. I do. But again,
what's the point?
It's like, what is, like, is this an origin? Or what are we getting here? Because is she just walking around Wakanda the entire time, and she the fucking King's Guard? And she's not around T'Challa? Like, what are we getting with an Okoye series? Like, so the spinoffs. Let me see what they were quoted saying here. Coogler also addressed the prospects of directing Black Panther 3 and Avengers Secret Wars, saying that he definitely has no idea what he's doing next, which I
he doesn't know what he's saying next.
Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige noted there have been talks with the director about a Wakandan threequel, but not tackling the multiversal blockbuster. The director added how his focus right now is on the release of Wakanda Forever, which he sees as the final obligation as a filmmaker. Coogler continued to avoid questions on his filmmaking future, but noted that he sees some rest and family time ahead next. It's very difficult because you're exhausted and emotionally spent, and I'm trying to give it my all and full attention. After that, I'll figure out what's going on with me, but I think it's going to be some rest and time and family time.
He's taking Ambien, bro.
In a separate this is Coogler, not Nate.
Oh, okay, never mind.
in a separate interview with Variety, Marvel Studios producer, this is Nate Moore hinted at the spin-offs by promising Wakanda Forever will leave more opportunities to go back to Wakanda. Okay, the world is expansive, and there are so many great characters. Beyond what happens with this film, beyond what happens, that's what he's telling you right there. So for everybody talking about, oh, there's still hope, they're still doing this, they're still miss me, bro. Again, coming into conversations, not knowing what the fuck you talking about, not researching the stuff. You're going in just based off shit you're seeing on Twitter. I want to know, for everybody saying that too, please show me anything that Marvel has done or said that hints or gives you hope outside of Kevin Feige's at the time. It was just too soon. Because I don't even know if that was sincere. I don't know if that was sincere, if that was just to say something to shut them the fuck up.
It's kind of seeming that way now.
So let me know something that gives you the illusion that T'Challa, not TJ, T'Challa is coming back in the future. I'll continue to read. He said, beyond what happens in this film, there are more opportunities to go back to Wakanda. Again, he's telling you right there. More teased that while some ideas for Disney Plus spin-offs will involve existing characters from the Black Panther franchise, there are others that would be completely new. Of course, we gotta invent new shit because you gotta invent new shit for the shit that you're not using. Yeah. Okay. Although the producer avoided answering exactly how many spin-off projects are in development, he said there is no shortage of ideas. Let's put it that way. Again, you want to know why there's no shortage of ideas? Because they've got to. No, first of all, he's covering. They've cut because they've got to do mental gymnastics in these writing rooms now. Yeah. When they open a writer's room for BP3 or any Wakandan anything with what and in it with Kunda in it, I'm telling you. They are gonna have to do mental fucking gymnastics.
It's not getting in there and writing a script and working with like comic source material.
Yeah, bro.
Or
You're not.
Like
it's like
how can we possibly make this make sense at this point?
That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. What do we do? What do we do? Like it's like DeMayo, who they just hired. Why was DeMayo not happy with what was going on with The Witcher? Because you had people involved that didn't know the source material. You had people involved that had never even read anything known anything about The Witcher at all. Mm-hmm. He said that's the difference in the 97 writers' room he's in. Mm-hmm. Everybody in there knows and is geeked out about the X-Men. This writers' room for BP anything and with Wakanda. They're going to have to do somersaults in their heads to figure out how they're going to tell any story. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's not even somersaults. They've given us what they're going to do with the mid-credit scene. They're going to take TJ, and I've seen this online too, people saying this, with Storm. I guarantee you, actually I don't want to guarantee anything, but I am on the side of believing this because this is some shit Marvel would do. Mm-hmm. That little TJ, during his teenage years, adult life, or whatever, however they do it, however they age him up, that's gonna be Storm and T'Challa's relationship. I've seen a lot. And TJ. And I don't know if that's what they're gonna do. I don't even know if they're gonna make a relationship between the two. I don't know. Again.
I mean, if that's going to be T'Challa,
they've dug a hole that they cannot get out of. And again, let me go back up to Coogler because I want to make sure I'm being very accurate with what I'm saying with Coogler here. Mm-hmm. Backing up to him, he has every right, like we said, to feel this way.
Yeah, of course.
This is his friend. He's still hurting. If you are coming into spaces and you're like, nah, fuck his feelings, no. Yeah, fuck his feelings on Black Panther. Yeah. But not fuck his feelings on the overall situation here. Yeah. Because this man is still hurting. You audibly heard that in that podcast. Mm-hmm. He's still hurting. Yeah. So I think I agree with him here. Rest and family time. Take a lot of that. Yeah. And while you're doing that, I'm no disrespect when I say this, don't come back to the BP franchise. Yeah. No. You can't come back to the BP franchise because you are too jaded on the franchise.
Want to at this point, it seems like it would just be a constant reminder. But I mean, but I don't know. That's
what I'm saying. He can't come back to the franchise. He can't. No. He cannot. He's too jaded. He's already, like you said, you would think he wouldn't want to. He's already said, I didn't think that we should have done a BP2.
It's just a conflict of interest at this point.
It is.
It's just not it's too big a fan base. It's too big a character. It's too big a studio to have somebody at the helm of something that is clearly compromised and is going to it's just.
It is, bro.
He can't remove his friend from T'Challa, and that's a problem. You can't have that guy.
Yep, and I agree. I completely agree. And it's like I just think you take that time. It's not. I've seen people saying no. Take some time, then come back. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Don't come. No disrespect. Yeah. No, and I mean this. I really do. I mean that. It's nothing against Ryan Coogler. The first
film was great.
It was. It's nothing against Ryan Coogler.
We sang his praises when that movie came out.
But do not come back.
Yeah. No.
Your outlook on this entire franchise is gone.
Yeah, he's too close to it to not be biased.
And I hate to even put it this way, I really do. I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
Kellen.
you're fine.
I hate to even put it this way, I really do. But you can take some of them actors and actresses with you.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And again, that's not me trying to be any, but they are all too deeply invested, and rightfully so, in
it's
Chadwick.
Understandable. Nobody's bashing them for it.
But y'all got to go.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it needs to move forward. The story still needs to be told. And if they can't be on board with that in the way that it should be done because of their closeness to Chadwick, then yeah, I agree. They just simply can't be a part of these future projects. Yeah.
And then Moore said, the last thing I'll touch on here, there's no shortage of ideas to put away, blah, blah, blah. The completely new thing and tease some of the teasing ideas and things like that. Whatever story they said, it's like I said yesterday, whatever story they tell, one of the critics said, this film felt like a placeholder.
Yeah.
Whatever story they tell, it's always a Wakanda series, an Okoye series, BP3, BP4, however long, even with little TJ's presence.
Yeah.
Until you recast T'Challa, everything's going to be a placeholder in the BP franchise.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
You have to put him back on his throne.
Yeah, no one cares otherwise.
And the last thing that we are going to say here is Kevin Feige said, this mythology and this ensemble and these characters deserve to continue and will continue after all of us are gone. I hope and will continue forever in movies that the way it has in the comics for 50 plus years. That's wild to me. And the reason that's wild to me, for everybody saying, well, I think Kevin Feige might have, he might have had a say. You think? Mm-hmm. You sure? Because he's just said the same thing that we've all been saying. And he's the president, bruh. Mm-hmm. If he wanted something done, boom, done.
Yeah.
That's, so I'm looking at, again, that it's crazy to me. I hope and will continue forever in movies the way it has in comics for 50 plus years. These characters deserve to continue and will continue after all of us are gone. Yes. And you want to know why they're going to continue after all of us are gone? Because they're going to fucking be recast.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's why.
Yep.
Because we're going to die. Yep. Some of us are going to die peacefully. Some of us are going to die traumatically. Some of us are going to die in ways that are going to be really terrible. Whatever.
Yeah. But the movies are still going to come out after.
At the end of the day, though, these fantasy characters still move on.
Yeah. I don't understand this because it's such a contradiction of how they handled. And also, I want to point out, we're talking 50 plus years. Okay, so if we're talking we're talking modern Marvel comics. We're not talking back in the day when they used to do the Western comics and all that stuff. But superhero comics. The first one was Fantastic Four issue number 1. That was 1961. By issue 52, that's 1965. That's Black Panther. So literally, if we're talking about the history of Marvel, there was only even 4 years where Black Panther did not exist. It is literally one of the characters. Within the first 5 years of Marvel, Black Panther was already in existence for a year. That's how far back Black Panther goes.
Right. Boom. Knowledge, facts, right there.
Yeah.
This character transcends your immortalization for Chadwick.
Because you always say, there's so many people who act like Black Panther wasn't around until 2018.
I'm telling you.
And it's no, dude, 1965. My mom was 2.
I'm telling you, like I said, bro, we've seen Jack Kirby talk about why he created the character.
Yes.
And then people come in with this, oh, well, Chadwick is the no. And I'm telling you, the more people say that, the weirder it gets. The more people say that, the weirder it gets.
Yes.
Chadwick is that character. Chadwick is him. I can't see anyone else playing him. have that energy, again, God forbid. But let me put it this way. Would you have that energy if this were Tom Holland?
Right.
With Spider-Man.
No.
And I'm talking after No Way Home.
Right.
And they're announcing, no. Yeah, after No Way Home. And they've announced all this new stuff. Something, God forbid, because I love Tom. I don't want anything to happen to any of them. To no one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a hypothetical situation. Let's use that same energy.
Yeah.
If something was to happen to Tom after these announcements and you were promised this and all this, and Feige came out and said, we are no longer, because of what Tom Holland did with the character, we are not going to recast. His iteration transcends any iteration. That's what he said about T'Challa. His iteration transcends any iteration. What other iterations?
Yeah, he was the first.
Like what other iteration? Like Marvel be bro.
Yeah.
God. So if he came out and said that about Tom Holland, would that be your energy? Would you say, oh no, I agree, Kevin? Or would you say, wait a minute, wait.
Yeah.
We're not going to see Spider-Man, Peter Parker?
Yep, once it's personal, once it's your character being fucked with.
Yeah, it's no fun when it's your character being fucked with. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So you can't tell me, bro, none of you can look me in the eye, can come in these comments, can tweet me anything and say I would have that same energy because you're a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Yep.
Like,
anyone who
there's
said
no
that
truth
would
in that.
Be being disingenuous.
There's no truth in that because
it's
the same
never
way
been done before.
No, the same way I'm saying it for T'Challa. If they came out and said the shit about Spider-Man, I'd have that same energy.
Yeah.
These are fictional characters. We as comic book readers, not just comic book readers, people that have grown up loving these characters, whether it was from comic books, whether it was from TV shows, coloring books, a magnet on the refrigerator, I don't care.
Yeah.
We deserve to see their stories fleshed out if you're going to tell them. We had the conversation last night about fan films and things like that.
Yeah.
When you start leaving with the way technology is, we've seen the deep fake of John David Washington, with the way technology is going, with what Star Wars Theory is doing with his fan fiction film and everything like that. With you, if you let's not only forget that. Let's talk about the dude that did the deep fake stuff for Luke Skywalker for Mandalorian Season 2 did such a better job than what Marvel did, or than what Disney Lucasfilm did, that they brought him on for the stuff for him to show up in Boba Fett and look so much fucking better.
Yeah.
So if you got fans with the power to do this at home, you better pick your shit up before somebody makes a better film than you.
Right.
Then you start to have big problems.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Like that's a real conversation going around
Fans
the internet.
know what they want.
Exactly. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. So that's what I have to say on the recast news today. That'll be the recast news today.
Recast until the movie.
That's the last thing we see until the movie, because we're not live tomorrow, because we see this and again, I'm being truthful, bro.
Yeah.
If we didn't have this channel and I didn't buy a ticket, I'm good. I am in no anticipation to get to this theater tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am good. I'll, if you want to see the post-credit scene, once we're done, because I can't play it on here, guys. Sorry. I will show it to you.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. So, but as always, question is for you guys. Let us know down below what you're thinking of the newest comments and everything with Recast. What you're thinking about Nate Moore talking about anything with the stuff, the spin-off series for Wakanda with the comments Coogler made about, needing the time to rest. Kevin Feige talking about I hope and will continue forever in movies the way that it has been in comics for 50 plus years. Here we go. I'm telling you. So, bro, if you are a regular viewer here, if you're not, and if this is new for you, before you even go into the comment section, I implore you to go to our playlist for Recast T'Challa. The receipts are laid out.
Yeah.
Marvel contradicts themselves week after week after week. This energy, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
But again, let us know down below.
That's Thunderbolt Ross energy. That's not T'Challa energy.
Let us know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking.